Welcome to Easy Core Workout to keep your back pain away. We will begin with the first pose, that is supine pigeon pose. It is a very good exercise because it stretches your glutes and also for piriformis muscles. When you're doing this, keep your toes flexed. Both your legs toes will remain flexed. You can do it for 30 seconds each side. We'll go to the other side now. The same pose. It also helps a lot if there is impinging of the sciatica nerve. Just make sure at that time you don't take the legs too close to your chest, as it may aggravate the pain. Our next exercise is lying down bicycles, as I like to call, but it is a variation of hundreds as in Pilates. When you're doing this exercise, ensure that your shoulder blades are away from the floor and your lower back is completely glued to the floor. It's an excellent exercise to build up your abs muscles and while supporting your lower back. Now our next exercise is the scissors. I like to call it long scissors. Again, it works very well with your lower abdomen. The important thing to keep in mind when you're doing this exercise is the movement of your toes. When the leg is up in 90 degrees, the toe will remain flexed. When it goes down, it gets pointed. It is not only good for working out your core, but it is also good. It's a very good brain gym as well. You can do this 30 to 40 times, or you can time it and do each of these exercises for 1 minute. Our next exercise is very simple but very effective. You take the legs, bend your knees and take the legs towards your chest. Keep them as close to your chest as possible. Ensure that your lower back is completely imprinted on the floor. Take your belly button back towards your spine and stay there. Ideal would be if you can stay here for 1 to 2 minutes. Even if you can stay here for 30 seconds to start with, it is excellent. It seems very simple, but when you're doing it, you will feel it in your abs. Our next exercise is leg circles. Before we start with it, it is important to stretch the hamstring because it helps to relax the piriformis muscles as well. Now you take the leg to the opposite shoulder, bring it to the knee, to the same shoulder and center. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. Now we will reverse. Take it to the same side shoulder, knees and opposite side. Again, repeat it for 3 to 5 times. It's a very good exercise to relax the piriformis muscles. You can also modify it by keeping the knee bent. Now we will repeat the same on the other side. The hamstring stretch that we begin with is a dynamic stretch. A dynamic stretch like this really helps in opening up the tight hamstring. Sometimes tight hamstring is also a very big cause of sciatica pain. When you're doing this exercise, be very specific when you're taking your leg to the shoulders, knee and shoulders and back. Do it slow, but do it properly. It is simple but it really works. In fact, if you just do this set of these exercises for a week, you will see a huge difference in the sciatica pain. Our next exercise is hip raises or the bridges. These are pelvic tilt bridges. Pelvic tilt maneuver in bridges can really provide quick relief from sciatica pain. When you come up, ensure that you squeeze your core, you pull your belly button towards your spine, and then you come up. This exercise is very good to strengthen your glutes muscles and hamstrings. It also enhances core stability by targeting abdominal muscles and lower back. Now we are doing another variation of it, that is pulsing in bridge position. You can do it 10 to 20 times. Now our next exercise is cobra stretch. It is a very simple version of cobra. It's a very good exercise to strengthen and stretch your lower back. It gives a good extension in your lower back. The only thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is to keep your pelvic floor completely glued to the floor. So to avoid any unnecessary pressure on your lower back. And when you're coming up, ensure that your core is engaged. On the last count, try to stay in that position for 5 to 10 counts as per your strength and stamina. This is another very good exercise for back muscles and for abdominal muscles. Again, the same things you have to keep in mind as the previous exercise. Keep your pelvic floor completely imprinted to the floor. Keep your core muscles engaged when you are coming up. And in the last count, hold it for 5 to 6 times. It works both on your lower back and abdominal muscles. I hope you like these exercises, and I'm sure that you will benefit